For years, I thought I had a best friend. Let's call her Chloe. We met in high school, and she was everything I wasn't. Confident, popular, and always the center of attention. I was the quiet, reliable sidekick, her academic tutor, her personal chauffeur, her free therapist. If Chloe needed a last-minute ride at I was there. If she needed help with an assignment she'd completely forgotten about, I'd pull an all-nighter for her. For her birthday, I'd spend months saving up for the perfect, thoughtful gift. For mine, I'd be lucky to get a text message. My other friends saw it. My family saw it. They'd gently try to tell me, "Are you sure this is a real friendship?" It seems a little one-sided, but I'd defend her. I'd make excuses. "She's just busy," I'd say. "You don't know her like I do." The truth is, a part of me liked being needed. It made me feel important, like I had a purpose in her glamorous life. I was so desperate for her approval that I let her walk all over me. The friendship was a transaction, and I was paying for it with my time, my energy, and my self-respect. The breaking point didn't come with a huge explosion. It was a slow, painful realization. I was going through a really tough time. My family was facing some financial struggles, and I was an anxious mess. I needed a friend more than ever. I called Chloe, crying, trying to explain what was happening. She listened for about 30 seconds before cutting me off. "Oh, that sounds rough," she said, her voice distant. "Hey, listen, I'm about to go out. Can we talk later?" She never called back. A few days later, I saw photos of her on social media, laughing at a fancy dinner with her other friends, the same night I had called her in tears. That's when it hit me. I wasn't her friend. I was her convenience. Over the years, being Chloe's confidant meant I was a vault of secrets. I knew everything. I knew about the guy she was secretly seeing behind her boyfriend's back. I knew how she'd cheated on her college entrance exams. I knew about the money she borrowed from her parents' company without telling them. She trusted me not because she valued me, but because she saw me as a non-threatening, silent diary. I held all her carefully constructed lies in my hands, and for the first time, I felt a flicker of something other than sadness. I felt anger. My first thought wasn't revenge. It was just to get away, to cut her out of my life and never look back. I blocked her number, unfollowed her on everything. For a few weeks, there was silence. I thought I was free. Then, the texts started coming from unknown numbers. "Why are you ignoring me? I need your help with something." She even showed up at my house, banging on the door, demanding to know why I wasn't answering her calls. She didn't ask if I was okay. She didn't apologize. She just needed something, as always. That's when I realized that simply walking away wasn't enough. She wouldn't let me go because I was too useful. I had to make her want to let me go. I had to become someone she couldn't control. My revenge wasn't going to be loud or dramatic. It was going to be quiet, precise, and devastating. I decided to use the secrets she had so carelessly given me, not to destroy her life, but to dismantle the power she had over me. It started small. Her boyfriend, the one she was cheating on, was a pretty decent guy. He was also friends with one of my cousins. At a family get-together, I casually mentioned to my cousin, "It's so weird. I saw Chloe's car parked near that new downtown apartment complex the other night. Does she have friends who live there?" I knew the guy she was seeing lived in that exact building. It was just a small, innocent-sounding seed of doubt. Within a week, my cousin told me the boyfriend had gotten suspicious and started asking questions. Their perfect relationship began to crack. Next was her academic reputation. Chloe had always prided herself on being effortlessly brilliant. The truth was, I practically wrote half of her essays in college. She was applying for a prestigious internship that required an academic reference. She, of course, expected me to lie for her. When the internship coordinator called me for a reference check, I didn't slander her. I just told the simple, unvarnished truth. "Chloe is a very creative and social person," I said. "However, when it comes to independent research and meeting deadlines without extensive support, she has historically found it challenging." I used their own corporate language against her. She didn't get the internship. The final piece was her family. Her parents adored her, believing she was their perfect, responsible daughter. They had no idea she'd been siphoning money from their business account for lavish shopping sprees. I didn't need to tell them directly. I just accidentally forwarded an old email to her father. It was an email from years ago where Chloe was asking me for advice on how to cover up a small accounting error. The subject line was "Urgent Money Question." I sent it with a simple message. "So sorry, Meant to delete this old junk and must have hit forward by mistake. Hope you're well. Within days, her world imploded. The family confrontation was, from what I heard, legendary. Chloe never confronted me about any of it. How could she? To admit I had done these things would be to admit the secrets were true. She just vanished. She unfriended me. She blocked me. She moved out of town a few months later. I had made myself so toxic to her carefully curated image that she had no choice but to cut me out completely. I had finally gotten what I wanted, freedom. Looking back, I don't feel proud of what I did. I stooped to her level, and that's a heavy weight to carry. But I also don't regret it. Sometimes getting away from a toxic person is about being the bigger person and walking away with your head held high. Sometimes you have to burn the bridge, salt the earth, and make sure they can never find their way back to you. It taught me a valuable lesson about self-worth. I learned that my kindness is a gift, not a resource to be exploited. I learned that true friends don't make you feel small. They help you grow. And I'm finally, after all these years, learning to be my own best friend. Thanks for listening.